How was your pee break?
My pee break.
They might flash you undetected.
Random, baby.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
I, too, am a thought criminal. Good. Well, I like you already.
Does this look like a girl who's joking around?
No.
But how much do you actually understand money? Especially the new wave.
Beauty or intelligence. When you unleash both, it is men's kryptonite. Welcome to Talk to Me, Taylor. Notice something about body image? You're a body shamer. About gender roles? You're just a fat, angry feminist. Notice something about policy? Well, you're a conspiracy theorist. Are we seeing a pattern yet? No, this isn't the Matrix, and this isn't some freaky simulation, or maybe it is. Truthfully, I have given up on all of it, so maybe it just damn well is, but I'll tell you what actually is. It's today's modern world, people, and it is the extremes economy. So enjoy your stay. Because it is here to stay, it seems, and we are here to play. And it is so good to be back here with you guys at my home, sweet home. Oh, my nipples are hard. You could probably see from there. I don't know. I even put on a bra for you guys tonight because I was just celebrating being back on my turf. I got my green screen. I got my bra for you. I got my pink cup with freshly brewed coffee, because you know why? Not only am I home after being Curious George, where's Waldo, or Dora the Explorer around the whole fucking world these last few weeks, but because I'm equipped and ready and prepared. Because unlike most of the internet that shamelessly lies to themselves, to you, to each other, I'm so over it. And they profit off of that. And I'm going to expose those hoes tonight. But we are in the one place perhaps where nuance does not go to die. So I'm locked and loaded. Let's ride this horse, baby. I just rode a horse for the first time. If you saw the footage on the property of Dr. Robert and Joe Malone, where Rob and I went to their horse farm in Virginia. It was glorious. And so I recollected some brain cells, went on the internet, and here we are. And I'm going to dive right in with a topic that, as you guys know, I always lead with what's on my mind and what I'm seeing and just, what's going on in the blonde brain. And I got to tell you, it really is the shallow how of it all. And I posted about this yesterday, and it is causing quite the commotion. It's getting people fired up, and I think in a good way, because it's saying the quiet part out loud. But right, this whole thing with body positivity, I guess, as it's been co-opted, body positivity in this backwards world. And I bring this up because Ariana Grande is hitting I think it's her first tour, the Eternal Sunshine Tour, in 7 years. And I can't stop watching the footage. Not because I'm not an Ariana Grande fan. I get down one last time. I need to be the one to take you home. Can you tell how excited I am to be about my bad tan line? Okay, body positivity though. Okay, you can't say anything about my bad Amazon spray tan line. Because as we are going to discover, if you praise it, that's allowed. But if you observe it, that's violence. So, silence is not violence when it comes to my tan line, guys. But anyways, I like Ariana. I'm not gonna bash her, but I can't stop watching this tour footage because she is so, I hate to say this, anorexic coded, that I watch her and she has these big, huge shoes, right? And this is on the heels of Sabrina Carpenter, all her amazing tours, what is it? Short and Sweet. And what was the other one she just did? And I watch Ariana, same thing, and the little costumes and the big heels. And I'm how is she not falling away? How does she have the stamina to keep up with these routines and this? She is so, it's bonely thin, like, i.e., what all we millennial girls were cautioned about time and time again. All those like Lifetime movies, all these things, right? What's up, Cope on X? Good to see you. We're just talking about the economy of the extremes and how I would rather be telling the truth and the villain than lying and be the hero. So sorry, not sorry. And we're talking about Ariana Grande and the other extreme of the like body positivity movement, which I don't even know where this moved anybody to except like into the insane asylum, because like these bitches be having my brain in a pretzel. I'm going to get to that. I'm glad to see you got that. Yeah. So what we're seeing now is the same thing that we saw with the likes of the and I know this is all so sensitive, right? I even have people very close to me in my own family who have struggled with weight, yo-yoed with weight. Like none of that is a critique on the individual. Same thing with Ariana Grande. This is our culture, how we're handling it at large. Spoiler alert, very fucking poorly. Okay, so I'm seeing the other extreme, like when people would call out the glorification of the Lizzos, of whoever was who obviously, like, even obesity, that's become a word that's stigmatized, but it's so serious, leads to so many health issues, right? But it was like, no, not only do you turn the you turn a cheek and look the other way, but you praise it. It's all valid. It's all good. Again, otherwise you're demonized. So that's where, again, posting your body online is brave. And anyone who even notices is now a villain. And I call total bullshit on that because I see you guys obviously are fired up because I saw the response in the DMs and out to my post, like, yup. But what really gets me, and someone DM'd this to me, is obviously you're fired up about this because in the post I say we're completely being yo-yoed and gaslit, because when it came to like the Lizzos or the bigger girls or Meghan Trainors or whatever it was, we were told, no, you're bad for noticing. No, you're evil. No, it's their journey. No, it's this, it's that. Only though for them to obviously do these GLP-1s at the jump at it the first chance. So it puts your brain in a pretzel because it makes me think, did they ever even believe it to begin with? Which we're going to get to that in a second. But I'm fired up about this, as one of my ride or die viewers asked in the comments. Again, they were like, obviously, like, I don't blame you, but like, why? Why are you so passionate about this? And it's because all of this, like the politics, the social media politics of it, like, who is this rule actually protecting? It's not protecting you. It's not protecting me. I don't think it's protecting these people because we're seeing what's playing out. And I'll tell you what, it's sure as shit not protecting the young girls watching on social media. It's protecting the machine. And that is the part that drives me absolutely insane. And what is the machine, you ask? Wow. I'm so glad that you asked. I'm so glad that I just teleported from your brain because I knew that you were wondering. And I've wondered this too, because again, now we're seeing the same thing with Ariana that we saw with the Lizzos with all that, which is like, don't comment. You can't say anything. You can't even notice. You're supposed to be Helen Keller. You're supposed to not even see anything, right? And again, if you do, you're evil and you're bad. And where do we go with the machine? Is it the PC culture? Is it narratives? That's what I think most of the time. Again, the people who also profit off of these extremes, be it the people, the little pundits commenting on it, little trolls in the comments, whether it be and I thought this in Hollywood when I was there at the time, like about so many issues beyond body positivity. Like, do they actually believe this shit, or do they know they can get people riled up and sell records? So it goes all the way from them to these commentators. So that is what I mean by the machine, and it is selfish. And so if these people, I notice an Ariana or a Lizzo, and I'm genuinely out of concern going, is this safe? Is this healthy? I get it. Everyone's on their journey. And truthfully, I don't judge the GLP. I don't even judge that. What I judge is all of the lying. Stop lying. to yourselves and to each other that all of this is healthy and good when it's not. I'm done with the lies. And so, what's up? Everybody's in the comments. Good to see you. Woo woo. We are talking about the extremes economy tonight. How this world is a place where nuance goes to die, except not here at Talk to Me Taylor. Hang on, I got to get to some of these comments because they're popping as per usual. John Legend, waiting in the grocery line. Can't wait to listen until I get out. Yeah, well, it's a grocery line, kind of on the nose for what we're talking about. I'll watch one on your page. Pyramid 7, what's up? John Legend giving me the blow-by-blow in the grocery line. I'm obsessed. One person in front of me having he's saying the person in front of him is having technical difficulties in the grocery store. That's okay. It's like dating. You know, the more you hold out, the more you can't have, the more you want it more. And that is all this. Like, just like, you know, I'm sure Ariana wants a Shake Shack. I'm sorry. It was a Freudian slip. It was a Freudian slip. So that's what grinds my gears is the constant gaslighting, right? These people preached body positivity for a decade. I was there in Hollywood when it started. And they were the first to get skinny when they got the chance. So did they ever believe it? And this is the part that people don't want to say out loud. Okay, because I had people coming into my DMs, and these are the real ones. These are the women who were like, Taylor, I used to be fat. Then I'm quoting this one ride or die who is the best. She's like, I would rather throw myself off of a bridge. And this isn't a fat shame, right? And she talks about how she lost over 100 pounds. You know, and we're joking and laughing about it, but also I'm like, I'm so proud of you. And you guys know me, I'm a huge foodie. Do these tits, does this ass look like somebody who would make themselves throw up or be anorexic? I don't think so. I'm not a food Nazi. That would be Rob, my fiance. Okay, that's for another day. It's not him. It's mom issues. It's not his fault. But so it's not about that. Again, it is what is healthy for the body, just call me Jay goddamn Shetty, but it's like for the body, for the spirit, and for the mind. And all of these mind games permeate outside of social media and into the real world. Seriously, I've traveled a lot. And I haven't been on a plane in a hot minute without somebody's fupa like on my lap. Okay. So this is real, but moreover, how we feel inside and moreover for young girls. And that's the part that really pisses me off. And that's what I told that viewer. Like, when they asked, why are you so riled up about this? Because they are the ones that I genuinely want to protect. Body positivity was supposed to protect young girls. But be honest, is it? Is it really? Who is it protecting? Or is it just protecting everybody's wallets who's hopping on this train? Again, be it selling records, selling magazines, being on the cover of Cosmo, or doing some TikTok account about it. Because I'm sick of it and I'm over it. And that's what I really want to get across with all of this is I know that it's a sensitive issue and you know, I get it. And I know even Ariana Grande, she's talked about how in the past, like it hurts. It hurts when people, you know, talk about my body. I get that. But can we put these things aside again? What are we protecting for the sake of political correctness? For the sake of, are you really protecting it? No, you're not. Because I'll tell you one thing. Lying isn't love. Lying isn't love. Just like noticing isn't hate. Okay, so just let that sink in and, you know, maybe revisit the movie Shallow Out. No, I'm joking. If I wanted to talk about Gwyneth Paltrow, I would talk about all the brainless, stupid trolls who are trolling her for an Israel-adjacent ad because this is coming just from stupid people who don't understand what genocide actually is. But again, this isn't about Gwyneth Paltrow, guys. My, oh my. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And that's what I also posed on social media in my account about Ariana. It's like they gaslit us about the extreme of being overweight. So now with Ariana, like, how will it go this other way when it's the complete opposite? And again, anyone with any sort of middle ground common sense is just demonized. So next up. So we have the body image extremes. Next is gender extremes, okay? Because I unfortunately saw a clip that will deplete you of brain cells, upon experiencing, upon watching. And I'm glad I'm going to spare you that experience maybe. But basically, in sum, is that this was my takeaway. Apparently women get two options now: trad wife or feminist villain. I don't know about you, but when we're talking about this menu, I would like to see other options. So what do I mean by that? Okay, I saw this clip of this guy watching a clip of another guy. Okay, these dude influencers love nothing more than these like meta moments. And the guy is basically saying, as men, we need to be providers. We're the hunters. I pick one person in this world. That is my person. I don't need or want them to work. Fine. That's fine. Like, it's the Harrison Butker. Fine. Okay. This is where it got me. It's like, I want my wife, my person I choose, to be totally happy. That's what it's about. Okay. Now brace yourself. Not happy by going and pursuing a degree or a life of passion or, being a NASA Christina and orbiting goddamn space and making history. No. Being happy with the glow after just doing Pilates and having some cocktails. Yep, that's a woman's purpose in life. That's how we're the happiest. I don't know how you figured us out that easily. And the other guy commenting is like, I totally agree. Yep, I thought he was going to be like, what is this dude even talking about? This is the stupidest shit that I've seen all day. Instead, he's agreeing. And then in pure male influencer form, goes to sell his course. Fellas, let me show you how to make what. Oh my God, literally spare me. Spare me. And I don't know. Again, it's like the Candace Owens thing or the Andrew Tate thing. I don't know if I feel worse for them or for the numbnuts who actually believe them. Okay. And the part about this, again, that is a plot twist, is that I agree with half of what they're saying. I've always said, as fierce, like, I am woman, hear me roar, don't mess with me, and passionate for my life's work as I am, there is something so primal and innate in women that we want to see and have men who step up, who have not security monetarily necessarily, but are there to provide and to support and to be hand in hand and be a foundation and have your back, right? That you can count on. I think that is, you don't want some little weasel, right? Whose mommy still makes their bed for them, like, and can't make a buck. I mean, right? I mean, I'm just being honest. And even emotionally, right? Again, I hate that it's always boiled down to, I get it. It's the age old thing, like women with looks and guys with money. It's fine, whatever. But the fact that I agree with half of what these guys are saying about men and providing, but I question one little thing, and I'm labeled basically a fat, angry, liberal feminist. Like, okay. So basically, they're reducing women down to just being brain dead idiot Stepford wives, and that's how they're happy. Just doing hot yoga and Pilates and drinking cocktails because we're just mindless idiot robots. And if you question that, then you are some angry, armpit shaving liberal feminist, which I'm not. And, against, traditional values in the nuclear family and all this BS. And at the end of the day, it just makes me sad. And it's also like, I questioned one piece of your worldview, and the entire thing just like falls apart, and these people fall apart. So I'm sad to report that if your worldview can't even survive one valid nuance point or question, that's not a worldview, babe. That's like, you're trying to sell me a sales pitch. You're trying to sell me a sales funnel. Like, you're trying to sell me a pyramid scheme. Okay. And it's sad because it goes into the same thing with the body image. It's like pandering to extremes for engagement, and any common sense, middle of the road nuance is just, it's either buried or, again, it's villainized. And it makes me sad for our future. And again, it makes me sad, which I'm going to get to next, and sad for the people who believe this. But yes, like, raise your hand if this is completely infuriating. And I know there are going to be female, if this circulates, this clip, or if it did, like there would be female like podcasters or pundits or whatever who'd be like, you know, those funny memes that's like, I hate the feminists because now we actually have to go work, whatever, who will be like, I would love nothing more than to have a spa day and go to Pilates and spritzes, like, you know, and joke about it. But it just got me so infuriated. Like, it literally made my blood boil. I was like, this is literally, I'm so not a like smash the patriarchy girl, but this is like the most chauvinist, like, this is it. This is it. And it makes me think, like, who raised you? Where is your mom? Like, what? That a woman's happiness, that's how she's glowing. It just, it infuriates. And I'm so not that archetype that they think, but I hate that they are so idiotic that it would even shapeshift me into that person, because it's so insulting. And it's like, right, you're right. Oh, that's all we really wanted at the end of the day. Like, not to add any like, you know, value to this world. And don't lose your mind. I'm not talking about motherhood. I'm not talking about creating a home. I'm talking about, again, pursuing whatever it is, education, art, medicine, passion outside of the house, outside of Pilates. I know, who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk? Biggest eye roll of my life. So unfortunately, yeah, these guys are out there and roaming the earth among us, and Godspeed to us. Okay. So lastly, I'm doing like a different style tonight with my notes, because you guys know I don't do the teleprompter life. So like I literally just write my notes out like scribble scrabble. So we're just going with this shit. So I appreciate you being along with the process. So where all of this comes together right now for me. I hope you guys are coming together. I hope you guys are coming in general, is policy. So I saw a story today that there's a proposed, it's called the Safe Social Media Act in Canada. Canada wants kids under 16 off social media. I'm for it, but I'm also skeptical. And I think you should be too. I'm for it. And I took this to the audience as well. And I asked parents who follow me one question about banning kids from social media. And their answers weren't what I expected. Weren't. So I think anybody with a pulse would agree that this is a good thing, right? If they could pull it off. Viscerally, immediately when I saw it, I was like, if they could pull this off, absolutely. Because I think these young kids have absolutely no business watching Get Ready with Me, watching all this BS, watching the aforementioned, watching people get shot and blown up in the street. They have absolutely no business, not to mention the keeping up with like the social politics. Okay. I'm traumatized enough from like notes being put in my locker and the psychological warfare of being a pubescent, okay, and going through puberty. Never mind online social media. These kids are like cyberbullied, the psychological warfare, like wanting to tweak how they look and their ass and their lips, and they're absolutely not. Okay. But why I am suspicious is because who will actually get the power? Think about it. Get your thinking caps on, folks. Okay. If this gives more power to the parents, I am for it. That's why I was against all of the like gender ideology in schools. Like, let kids be kids. I can't say it enough. I feel so fortunate because I feel like we millennials were on the last wait. Like, we were still fucking with Nextels, okay? You had to like triple code walkie-talkie or T99 it to get a thought through. So we like maintained the last of our innocence before this. And I want kids to experience that. I feel like they're getting so corrupted and so ruined. Like, just they have their whole lives to deal. We are still reckoning with this now as adults in this world. Okay. Let them be kids. But And I love that idea again of like giving the power to the parents. You know, when I was in high school, they would take a cell phone away from your ass and you would have to go get it in detention. Now, like these fuckers are probably all the live long day. But I flash back to the pandemic. We have seen this story before, right? And where do you draw the line in the sand? Haven't we heard this before from the government? Trust us, we know best. I don't need to tell you this story. We've seen it before. And what happens, right? When you cross that line or you go against them, God forbid. And on top of it, there is, of course, because leave it to big tech, there is a loophole where the Metas, the big tech platforms can, quote, prove that their child's safe to get around it. So you can only imagine how that will go. And that's what I don't like about it. Because you can support an idea, but question the execution. You're allowed to do both. And I fear that in our culture, again, with all these extremes, it has to be all or nothing. And I hope that, because this has been executed in different countries. Even one of my followers said in Massachusetts, they're doing it. And I just hope that we are vocal and we don't let this story play out again of exerting control. Because do you want to parent your kids or big tech? Because let me tell you, we already saw what happened when we let the government mask your kids. So the reason that I was surprised with what my followers said was because they are such free thinking, leery of the government and all of this, and middle of the road normal thinkers. And I guess that shows you how bad it is, because so many of them were like, absolutely, yes, all for it, the more the merrier. And so it's so much of it is driven out of fear. And that's why I want to encourage everybody. The same thing happened in the pandemic, right? Like scrambling for answers when it gets so bad, a pandemic that was uncertain. Now this crisis with kids with social media, that's so detrimental and like violent to their health and upbringing. But don't let that fear turn into desperation. And just be vocal about it. I just want to catch up on the comments before I end here. Be skeptical. It's a scam is what John Legend said about, I also saw this for another day, but the policy here in Congress that's going to pass about like cars that are all going to have Marxist tyranny. I'm putting up you see where my viewers lie here. Yes, free thinkers in cars, right? They're going to put cameras in cars to monitor, and you can't drive in certain circumstances. Like, get off my back. Hate it, despise, think it's disgusting. Like, leave me alone. That's for another day. John Legend, social sites too lazy to appropriately gate and censor for kids, using as excuse to dox data and mine everyone. That's another thing, right? Slippery slope, like definitely giving Patriot Act vibes. And I don't know, like kids, it's such a delicate thing. And that's why, again, like power to the parents all day. I just can't say enough, like being vocal in this process as we're starting to see this happen. Because again, we've seen this play out before, and that's why I'm skeptical. So all of that to say is to keep it sharp. Keep a sharp mind, guys, because there is a difference between shaming and truth telling. And with all of these situations, be it with policy, be it with gender, be it with body positivity or shaming, it really makes you think, maybe they were wrong. Maybe they were wrong all that time. Or maybe we just weren't allowed to be right yet. So think about it, because like I said, I would rather be right and honest, even if I'm deemed a villain, than peddle lies and be applauded. I don't know about you, but that's just me. All right, guys. Love you. I will see you back here next Thursday. And always DM me. Always. You know I'm right. I see you. I have eyes everywhere. The hills here have eyes. Love you guys.
Chris, how was your pee break?
My pee break.
They might flash you undetected.
Wear them, baby.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me. Quite an intro.
Let's address the elephant in the room. That's not the elephant in the room. There's no elephant. Nobody cares.
I too am a thought criminal. Good. Well, I like you
Does
already.
this look like a girl who's joking around? messing around?
But how much do you actually understand money? Especially the new wave.
Beauty or intelligence? When you unleash both, it is